Jai Sriman Narayan. Jai Sriman Narayan. Jai Sriman Narayan. I pay my obeisances to my spiritual master, Srimad Jagat Guru Sudarshan Acharyaji Maharaj. I pay my obeisances to Lord Sri Ramanuj. I pay my obeisances to our Purva Acharyas. I pay my obeisances to our 12 Alvars. I pay my obeisances to Mother Lakshmi, and I pay my obeisances to Lord Sriman Narayan. I welcome Lord Shiva to this auspicious Maha Shivaratri at the Sri Narayan Dham. He made his entrance here at about 7 o'clock this morning, and I'm sure when you all entered this ashram, you all felt a different vibe than that you normally feel. And that different vibe is the essence of Lord Shiva at the Sri Narayan Dham. Lord Shiva, when you see him, is mostly in a meditative state, and he is meditating on Sheshnag, one of the forms of Lord Sriman Narayan, and therefore he is called the foremost Vaishnava. So I want to welcome those that's watching this discourse locally, nationally and internationally, and I want to welcome in advance those that's going to be watching this discourse when it is posted on YouTube and the various groups from around the world subsequently. So I remember Maha Shivaratri as a child. I've stated earlier that my granny or grandmother had a shrine, and she was a devotee of Mother Durga. And when I was a child, like you see my two grandchildren running around here, my grandmother used to take me for service. And as I grew older, I began dreading Maha Shivaratri because it was the longest, most painful and boring service for me. It was 12 hours long. Start at 6 and finish 6 next morning. And my mind could not understand why we should have a service for 12 hours. And in these services, there were no discourses. So it did not make any sense to me at all. And then, when I went into when I completed Standard 7, I was in Sastri College, Durban. When I completed Standard 7, I was given an opportunity to do subjects that I liked. And I found S7 to be a subject that was within my grasp. And from then, I chose science over confused Sanatan Dharma. I could see no reason why my grandmother would worship the moon. I could see no reason why she would worship the sun. I could see no reason why she was a Durga devotee, although I witnessed her miracles when she healed thousands and thousands of South Africans. I followed atoms, protons, neutrons, molecules, and these elements became my God. So I divorced myself from anything religious or spiritual Because if something did not make sense to me, I did not want to be associated with that. So there are many children here today, and I'm glad that they can listen to the Guru, and I don't want to make this satsang boring to all of you children. So this discourse, there will be 2 discourses, one now, which will culminate at 8, and then another discourse before we do Aarti. When you leave home, when you leave this ashram, you will wish there was Maha Shivaratri every week. You will wish there was Maha Shivaratri every week. And this is the importance and significance of a bona fide spiritual master. This is why you need a guru. Because without a guru, when you cannot find answers, the internet won't help you. You cannot be a disciple on the internet. The internet cannot light up your soul. Although there are some people that go on the internet to become professionals in law, professionals in the judiciary, professionals, but the internet cannot inject intelligence into you. You need to go to institutions where people have spent years and years and years. So the institution of an ashram, the Guru has spent hundreds of lifetimes, thousands of lifetimes before he becomes a Guru. A Guru does not fall from the Guru tree. A bona fide spiritual master sits on this Vyasasana after thousands and thousands of lifetimes. So when you find a Guru that is bona fide, grab a pair of handcuffs and handcuff your hands to the legs of a bona fide spiritual master. When you find that a Guru's name includes Acharya, a Guru's name includes Acharya, then you know the information that you are given is absolute. Because an Acharya practices first and then preaches. An Acharya practices first, he understands the conclusions of the Vedas through his own experience, and then he teaches you the Vedas. Like a normal teacher, like a law professor, have to study law, get his degree, apply for a position, and then teach you law. Yes or no? Through his own experience. Similarly, a bona fide spiritual master, he must conclude his studies through his experience, and only after he has experienced all of the Vedic injunctions can he take this seat called a Vyasasana. So I'm here to give you 100% authentic Sanatan Dharma. And those children that are here today, you're definitely not going to be bored. But before I do that, let me give you my experience. 24th of February 2012. 24th of February 2012 was Maha Shivaratri. Was Maha Shivaratri, and I had my very first encounter, spiritual encounter with Lord Shiva himself. First spiritual encounter, 24th February 2012. I was not a guru then, so I had helped a family that was losing their house to the banks. I come from a legal background, and I did legal work for thousands of people, community work along my lifetime. So this family was a doctor married to a motor technician, and I helped them save the house, I helped them save the BMW, I helped them save the van, and I also helped her get about R1 million from the university where she was a lecturer in psychology. So at this point in time, I did not have money to buy a packet of cigarettes. I used to be a chain smoker, smoking 100 cigarettes a day, that is 5 packets of 20s. So I went down to I thought he was my friend, to get some packets of cigarettes. Some packets of cigarettes. And he gave me 4 cigarettes. Naveen, nice to see you. I hope you don't feel like going outside and smoking a cigarette. He gave me 4 cigarettes. And it upset me. I saved this family millions on so many fronts. So I went home and I had a discussion. I had a discussion with whom? Lord Shiva, because it was Maha Shivaratri. So I had a prayer room where our family now and again used to pray. And I told Lord Shiva how upset I am that I helped this family. And this person, I asked him for money for a few packets of cigarettes. He gave me 4. Loose cigarettes. That is like one quick pull for me. 4 cigarettes at that point in time. One quick pull and finished. So I expressed my disgust to Lord Shiva, and I told him that I am going to place a glass of water on the shrine. 10 o'clock will be my last cigarette. I spaced my time. And after I take this cigarette, I'm going to drink this glass of water. And from tomorrow morning, it must be as if I never smoked my entire life. And I also told him that a few weeks ago I went to a doctor, and a doctor couldn't guarantee that he could stop my smoking. So I didn't go the medical route because there was no guarantee, and I asked Lord Shiva to show me his greatness and his power, that the next morning it must be as if I never smoked. The next morning is today. It is how many years? 11. 11 years. It's as if I never smoked in my life. There's a message There is a message to the smokers or anyone that has any addiction, that on Maha Shivaratri, you can de-addict. You can de-addict. Because who's the living proof? Who's the living proof? Children, you understand? So on this night, those of you that are here, I'm giving you the secret in the next discourse. If I give you the secret now, you'll eat and be gone home. I'll be talking to an empty hall. Maybe only Tiveshni will be here, because Tiveshni loves secrets and easy way outs. So I'll only have Tiveshni. Even her mother will be gone home. Alright? So secret is in the next discourse. So this was my very, very first interaction on Maha Shivaratri and Lord Shiva. That he took away my, I think, 30 years of smoking. I even went to the border. I was in the military. I went to the border, and all my friends, when their families sent them something that they dropped off, their families sent them chocolates, pickles. I asked Mataji to fill the suitcase with 30s. My ration that came to the border was all 30s. I used to smoke consulate. Okay? That's how addicted I was to cigarettes. Then 2014, again February 2014, 10th of October 2013, I started satsang in Resmont Primary School. Resmont Primary School, February 2014, October, November, December, January. After 3 months, we had our first big event. My very first big event that I started in satsang was Maha Shivaratri. And I remember doing a discourse with 4 pages of paper. How there was a man sleeping under a tree, and one tear fell, and the bay leaf, and all the story. I was a storyteller guru on my very first Maha Shivaratri. That classroom was full. My late friend Shanta, he assisted me. We had a 7-star Maha Shivaratri. And that is my second encounter with Lord Shiva and Maha Shivaratri. This institution pays its respects to Lord Shiva in its entirety. Then 2018, February 13th, 2018, we were celebrating Maha Shivaratri at Kampara Conference Center. When, it's a long story, so it's a good story. I'm just waiting for some time, and you'll get this missing part of the story. When I got connected to this premises, 13th February, on Maha Shivaratri, I came and saw this land right on the top. There was no access here. There was a 12-meter ravine halfway down the driveway. So I saw a pink old building from the top, and I was asked 3 times, do you want this property? Do you want this property? Do you want this property? And I said, yes. That same day at about 1 o'clock, I went to the Vishnu temple in Mobeni Heights, and I wanted to acquire it because it was being sold to a church, and I was very upset that a Narayan temple can be sold to a church, and I put in my offer to purchase that entire temple. And when I told this gentleman that I went to purchase that temple, he said, I got a land for you. And he showed me this land. So can you see how significant Maha Shivaratri is to the Sri Narayan Dham? How significant Maha Shivaratri is to the Sri Narayan Dham. A lot of big and significant things happen at the Sri Narayan Dham. So this property cost in that state 400,000. Today, if I have to bring a evaluator here, it's in excess of 4 million. There was no driveway. This property was situated on a cliff. Every side was a cliff. This side ran to the M19, that side ran to the stream, this side ran down an incline, 12-meter incline, and on this side was a hill. There was no space to park one car. Today we can park 20 cars here and about 70 or 80 cars down. So just in 5 years we evolved. We evolved from a dilapidated building. We have put Reservoir Hills on the world map. This ashram is broadcast around the world. It goes to 48 countries. Around the world, we have put Reservoir Hills on the map from the classroom in a school. Why am I telling you all of this? What is the necessity of me telling you all of these stories? Why did the Guru have to interact with Maha Shivaratri so many times and be successful? Why? Why? So that when you interact with Maha Shivaratri, you got hope. You got hope. You can have all the money in the world. You can have everything that you desire. But if you got no hope, then everything that you have is worthless. Is worthless. You understand? But if you can get hope, if there is a light at the end of the tunnel, then you can live. You can live knowing that the spiritual and religious journeys in your life have a significance. You understand? So when you come for a satsang of this nature, when you are in the presence of a bona fide guru, when you have the opportunity to interact with a bona fide guru, then make full use. Become an opportunist. Become an opportunist. Take from the guru whatever you can. All right? So I'm going to stop at this segment of the discourse, I used to be seated hungry. My mind used to be somewhere else on food, and people singing and singing and singing. Then after 3 hours, they'll do some things with one priest in the center. And I was tortured. I was tortured. What can you take in when you are being tortured? And right now, today as I'm speaking, around the world, 90% of Hindus are being tortured. As I'm speaking now. As I'm speaking now, around the world, 90% of Hindus are being tortured. So many of them are thinking out of where they are. What time this 3 hours will finish so I can get something to quickly eat and get ready for the next 3 hours. Nobody is thinking who Lord Shiva is. Nobody is thinking how great he is. Nobody is worried how great he is. Because people took a vow, Maha Shivaratri, I'll pull my 12 hours. And whilst you pull in your 12 hours, you are being tortured. You bring your children to the first 12 hours of torture, they never want to think Hinduism again. Yes or no? Yes or no? And yet Sanatana Dharma is the source of life for every human being. Whether you're a Hindu, whether you're a Muslim, whether you're a Christian, whether you're a Jew, whether you're white, whether you're black, whether you're colored, whoever you are, this teaching is in you. Is in you. So it's 8 o'clock. I want you to have a good meal. I'm breaking the norms on how things are done. I'm breaking the norms how things are done because my next discourse will make sense to you. So the Guru always insists at the Sri Narayan Dham that there must be no biryani. And Mataji has some agents and she sends the agents to me and the agents come and tell me it's a very busy day, we'll just do one biryani. And I send the agents scuttling from my kutir because in this ashram we're not mixing everything and just giving it to you. Yeah, you must eat well. This is the instructions from my Guru. Biryani, dal and rice, there are ashrams in Reservoir Hills that give you biryani, dal and rice. Go there. Yeah, paneer, prawns, soya. What else is on the menu? Hemita? Anything else? Cabbage, beans. Our ladies were making roti in the kitchen. So go and enjoy and have a good meal. Then come back and listen to some nice bhajans. I don't know, it is 50-50 whether this Nagara group is coming. If they don't come, no problem. You have more time to listen to who Lord Shiva really is. And if you're still hungry, we'll stop. You can have milkshake. We got all the ingredients for milkshake, Nirali. We just have to buy the milk. Jai Sriman Narayan. Jai Sriman Narayan. Jai Sriman Narayan. Jai Sriman Narayan. We continue on part 2 of the discourse. I think the last time I gave a discourse this late was in January 2018 when we had a 24-hour Lord Narayan awareness for the very first time in the world first. And I'm tired, and especially those of you that's satsang hopping, the bhajan groups, I can just imagine how tired they are. And we appreciate at the Sri Narayan Dham, we appreciate the effort that you put to promote Sanatan Dharma. And we hope God give you the energy to continue promoting the words of the Lord for as long as you can. Thank you very much. So I said I'm going to reveal a secret today, a scientific truth. You see, when we grow up in Hinduism, we are taught at the outset that God is some mysterious person somewhere in the sky, and we have to undergo a lot of hardship to connect to the Supreme Lord. We have to undergo austerities, penances, and God is very, very difficult to find. And this is a misconception. This is false. Because our parents and their parents and their parents and their parents had no idea how you can be connected to God, they made their own rules and regulations. There is only one set of rules and regulations. It's here in the Bhagavad Gita. If you're a Hindu, and if you say you're a Hindu, and if you do not follow the Bhagavad Gita, you can't be a Hindu. You cannot be a Hindu without following the Bhagavad Gita. You cannot be a Christian without following the Bible. You cannot be a Muslim without following the Quran. And you cannot be a Jew without following the Torah. Do you understand? You can't be a follower of a religion when you do not follow the constitution of the religion. Am I making sense? Why only Hindus must not follow any scripture? They must follow the Nani, Nana, Aji, Aja, Tati, Tata. But Christians must follow the Bible, Muslims must follow the Quran, Jews must follow the Torah, but Hindus must just follow whatever is convenient to them. And this is why Hindus are suffering around the world. So I stated that I do not do anything that is not endorsed in the Bhagavad Gita. And the Bhagavad Gita is the summary of all Vedic knowledge for all those who wear saris, Punjabis, kurtas, put dot in their head, y'all are Hindus. This is the summary for Hindus. What summary means? What does summary mean? Short version of what you should be doing. So many around the world will be thinking how the Sri Narayan Dham is placing so much of emphasis on this Shivaratri. Because we are Vaishnavites. We are Vaishnavites. But I follow my instructions from Bhagavad Gita itself. And in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 10, verse 23, the Supreme Lord, Lord Sriman Narayan, in his incarnation as Lord Shri Krishna, states quite clearly, of the Rudras, I am Sankara or Shankara. Of the Rudras, I am Shankara. Who is saying this? Who? Lord Sriman Narayan himself. So who are we to stab each other, poke each other, burn each other, fighting to think who is superior? Who are you and I? When the Lord himself is stating, chapter 10, verse 23, of Rudras I am Shankara. And Shankara is the version that you see Lord Shiva in meditation with a snake around his neck. That is the Shankara version. So, who is the deputy president of South Africa? Who? Just for the record, I have about 50 people in my audience. They live in South Africa. This man is the deputy president for the second term. He resigned recently, about a week ago. Our South Africans don't know who's the deputy president of the country they're living in, the country where they earn the salary, the country where they are employed. But they will fight who's greater, Lord Narayan or Lord Shiva, but they don't know their own deputy president. Do you understand? And this creation happened 155 trillion years ago.
Guru, our deputy president won't take us to Vishnu. Our Gita will take.
Knowledge will take you.
Yeah, not our president. They put us in darkness.
Knowledge will take you. So you must have knowledge. And our Vedas tell us that you must be loyal to any country that you live in. The Vedas tell you to be loyal to any country that you live in. So if you live in South Africa and you want to be loyal to South Africa, you must know who the president is, who the deputy president is, who the councillors is, and your loyalty must be your vote. You must be your consciousness, you must be conscious of the state of affairs in your country. That is a Vedic injunction. That is a Vedic injunction. So if you do not know these small things, don't go fight for the big things. You want to know who's the working committee in the universe. The working committee in the universe is Creator Lord Brahma, Maintainer Lord Vishnu, Destroyer Lord Shiva, who is Shankara. That's all you need to know. Then you go back, learn who's your counselor in your ward. That is important. You got no lights. This working committee don't give you your lights. Go learn who's the premier in your province. Go learn who's the president in your country. Be practical. Forget about things that where your mind can't go. Don't say, my grandfather did it this way, that is why I must do it this way. There's no this way and that way. Then when some of you come to me, you say, Guru, you open book. Yes, I open book, the Bhagavad Gita. I open book, very big book, 700 verses, Bhagavad Gita. And in the Bhagavad Gita, this satsang is authorized, although we are Vaishnavites, because Lord Sriman Narayan states, I am of the Rudras, I am Shankara. Do you understand? So what? There's been so much of fights in South India and North India over who is the Supreme Lord. There's so much of discussion on who's the Supreme Lord. But we have load shedding. Water is cut here, right down here in South Africa where you live. Worry about where you live. If you want to know who God is, right here, only 700 verses. And I said 1,000 times that when your wife gets up in the morning before brushing her teeth, 700 verses are already spoken. It's not hard. Nothing difficult. Practice. There's practice at home every day. Your wife, before brushing her teeth, 700 verses. Before sleeping, Bumal is enjoying this. Bumal? Okay? So, the Sri Narayan Dham, we are constituted legally as per our own constitution and spiritually as per the Bhagavad Gita and the rest of the Vedas. So today I want to tell you that forget that impression your tradition has given you. You see, I have marigolds placed right round the ashram. It's not a religious flower. I'm sorry to inform you, it is not a religious flower. It's a scientific flower. It is here to act as a deodorant because we have many people in this room. It's here to kill the germs. You see mango leaves? Mango is not a religious tree. It's a scientific tree. After you take out the leaf from the tree, oxygen continue to be emitted from the leaf for 3 or 4 days. When you're sitting in a group like this, you need a lot of oxygen. So the Guru come in with a big camphor in his hand, big fire. Guru is not a pujari. Guru is not a pujari. I never do any puja. I brought in the camphor so it can kill the germs in the air. That is why I came with the camphor lit vessel. You understand? When I waved the light, it was signifying that we come from darkness into light. That is all. That is all. Scientific. It's a signification that we are coming from darkness into light. When the Guru's feet was washed, Guru is not God. Some of you must have thought, hey, this Guru is God. And just now some of you will think, hey, they're doing arti for the Guru. Not me. I'll never do arti for a living being. Some of you will say that just now. But the arti, the significance of the arti is that the Guru is in Satgun. The Guru's energies are absolutely pure. The Gurus absorb the cosmic energy through the head, through his hair, through his ponytail. And that cosmic energy flows down the Guru. Gravity, force of gravity, pulls the energy through his feet. This is why you come and you have an opportunity to wash the feet. When you wash in the feet of the Guru, you're transferring energy, you're transferring your negative energy into the feet of the Guru and absorbing the Guru's positive energy. It is merely a transference of energy, not that you worshipping a human being. Alright? So, I want to explain Maha Shivaratri in that context. Who is the creator of this universe? God or science? Who is the creator of this universe? God or science? God. So who is the absolute scientist? Human or God? Who created molecules? Who created atoms? Who created neutrons? Who created protons? Who created electrons? Then why you take God and shove him this side and make him a magician somewhere in the sky when God is everything that is created? Do you understand? So God is not hidden somewhere. For Pandits to come and do the Sat Narayan Katha and all of a sudden God appears. No. God is everywhere all the time, any place, any minute, any second. So why Maha Shivaratri? And what is the purpose of the 12 hours? Anyone knows? Must it be religious or must it be scientific? Everything God does is scientific because He is the absolute scientist. Everything that God does is scientific because He is the absolute scientist. Does it make sense? You think God want to find Isaac Newton's to find him out? The greatest scientist of all times, of every era, is our Rishis and Munis. The greatest scientist of all times is our Rishis and Munis. All the science that is found in Western text is stolen from the Vedas. Maths is stolen, physics is stolen, chemistry is stolen, aeronautics is stolen. The first aeroplane can be found in the Rig Veda. How to make a aeroplane is found in the Rig Veda. And science has not discovered yet, but the Rig Veda also talks of a solar-powered aeroplane, which you know everything is going to be solar-powered very soon. Your windows will be solar-powered. Everything will be solar-powered. We come going back to the Rig Veda. So I'm stating this around the world. I'm saying the West stole. All scientific inventions were stolen by the West. All of you understand? So again, we're coming back to what is Maha Shivaratri and why you have to stay awake for the 12 hours. So on this night, currently, as I'm giving this discourse, the planetary systems are positioned in such a manner. The planetary systems are positioned in such a manner that the frequency that this entire universe is emitting can be synthesized with the energy points in your body. With the energy points in your body. You are not divorced from the universe. Everything that is in the universe is inside your body. Everything that exists outside your body exists inside your body. And these energy centers are called chakras. These energy centers are called chakras. The millions of planets and planetary systems that are floating in the universe at this precise moment. The frequency is synthesized with the millions of chakras that you have in your body. You don't just have 7 chakras or 8 chakras. You have millions of chakras in your body. And when your spine is in an upright position, when your spine is in an upright position, then the frequency of the energy surge that is moving because of this alignment of the planetary system today, that surge of energy that is moving from the North Pole to the South Pole, North Pole to the South Pole, synthesizes with your main chakras. In your chakra at the bottom of your spine, there is an energy point with stored potential energy. Stored potential energy. And in this if you remain in an upright, your spine is in a vertical position tonight, then the synthesis of the surge of the energy will assist in releasing the energy that is potential energy at the base of your spine, and allow it to flow upward, up all the chakras until it reaches your crown energy, which is in your head. You understand? And that is without doing any mantras, yantras or tantras. This is just being upright. Just being upright. And that is what Maha Shivaratri is all about. But God knows human loves stories. Premila? Soapies. So God teaches you through story. So when there is a surge of energy, and we talk about Lord Shiva getting married, is it true when you get married there is a surge of energy? If we have to quantify the energy at a wedding, that two energies, when we quantify it on the wedding day through the wedding processes, will there be a surge of energy between two? And this is why that surge of energy is stated as Lord Shiva getting married. But yes, Lord Shiva did get married. In Sanatana Dharma, for every scientific truth, there is a story behind it. For every scientific truth, there is a story. So if I were to tell you that you must stay awake for 12 hours so that the energy of the cosmos synthesizes with the energy in your body, and then your chakras, your main chakras will allow the energy to travel from your spine to your crown. Who's interested? Tell me who's really interested. But if we tell you, take a vow, fast today, sit for 12 hours, in 3-hour session, and your life will come right, which one you like? Which one you like? The story one, isn't? The result will be the same, but you'll go for the story. You'll go for the story. All of you understand? And everything in Sanatana Dharma is like that. Everything in Sanatana Dharma is like that. So you'll know the story of Lord Shiva drinking poison. You'll heard of the story of Lord Shiva drinking poison. Today is also a day celebrated when they were churning the ocean, and Lord Sriman Narayan appeared as a tortoise. A mountain was put on his back, and the demons and the divine churned the ocean together. And what came out first when they churned the ocean? What came out first when they churned the ocean? Poison. And who they had to run to? Lord Shiva. And what did Lord Shiva do? He drank the poison, and one drop of the poison fell onto the ground. And what was born of this one drop of poison? All the poisonous and venomous reptiles. Poisonous and venomous reptiles. And then what happened to Lord Shiva's throat? what happens to his throat? What color it turned? Blue. So if there's millions of gurus. If you go to India on this day, they're nice and high. They are nice and high. They took bhang and ganja. Bhang and ganja. Yes or no? And in South Africa too, many ashrams, they knock in it. So what you need to do, all these people that's taking bhang and ganja, go find a snake, a venomous snake, take the poison out and tell them to take the poison. If they can have that poison and neutralize that poison, then they are in Lord Shiva's consciousness. Otherwise, they're just damn drunk and goofed. Drunk and goofed. Lord Shiva never take bhang and he never take ganja. He took poison. He took poison. You understand? So this is where storytelling goes into another story, another story, another story, and today we have a name for it. It's called fake narrative. What is called? Fake narrative. So see, from the nanis and nanas and ajis and ajas, red, by the time it landed to us, it's now yellow. What Par Nana said was red, by the time it came now, 2023, it's yellow, blue, green. You understand? All of you understand? So that poison, yes, this event really happened. This event really happened. But what does it signify? What does this event signifies? It signifies that you need to churn your mind. In your own mind, there's demons and divine. You got positive energies in your mind, you got negative energies in your mind. You need to churn your mind. You need to churn your mind. How do you churn your mind? Today we were churning our mind, we were listening to bhajans. When you listen to bhajans, what it does to the mind? It churns the mind. Everyone who's sitting here, they forgot about the whiskey, they forgot about the brandy, they forgot about the ganja, they forgot about everything because all positive churning was happening here. Yes? As you hit the road just now, the mind might Shibin, auntie. No, my time there was Shibin, but now you've got legal places to go. Alright? So, what is the poison in the mind? Is all the addictions we have. Each one of us is an addict. Each one of us is an addict. Every one of us. If you have an anger problem, you are addicted to anger. If you have an arrogance problem, you are addicted to arrogance. Every day, in every effort, you'll be arrogant. If you have an ego problem, every day your ego will rise. Why? Because you are addicted. It's a poison that is contained in you. So what did Lord Shiva do to remove this poison? And I think this discourse is a world first in this context. Google it, you won't find it. But it's the absolute truth. What did Lord Shiva do in regard to this poison?
He held it in his throat.
That was the Samundar poison. Poison in your head, Premila. How is Lord Shiva helping the poison in your head? Pramila? How is he doing that? How? How many years you have, Pramila? And don't say Guru picking on you on world. Everyone listening, yeah. Then why you spoke? How many years you in this ashram? 3 years. When you came, how much of poison was there? And how much of poison is now? And what Lord Shiva did? Not only your poison, everyone who follows Guru. What did Lord Shiva do? And this is what each one of you should be concentrating on. Forget about everything else about Lord Shiva. Concentrate on this factor that I'm giving you. And this is why I'm saying this is a world first in how I am connecting Lord Shiva and the poison. And how you can rectify that poison that's in your head. Each one of us got that poison. It's called addiction. We are addicted to something, aren't we? Every one of us. It's not only alcohol and drugs. We are addicted to all our vices, aren't we? That's why we continue. Only when you're addicted, then you continue using those vices. It can come in any way: anger, jealousy, hatred, ego, pride. That is the poison in the mind. The signification of removing the poison from the sea is the poison in the mind. How did Lord Shiva resolve that? How did he neutralize the poison? He spoke the Guru Gita. Lord Shiva spoke the Guru Gita to his wife Parvati. And in the Guru Gita, Lord Shiva says, there's nothing higher than the Guru principle in this universe. Who says that? Lord Shiva says, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Saksha Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Guru Dev Maha. Number one injunction that every Purohit, Pandit, every Hindu prayer, you cannot start without this mantra. Yes? Yes? You heard that mantra spoken by Lord Shiva. What is Lord Shiva telling you? Guru is creator. Guru is maintainer. And Guru is destroyer. Who's saying this? Guru or Lord Shiva? Lord Shiva is stating in a Vedic injunction called the Guru Gita, which he speaks to Mother Parvati, and he states there very, very clearly, Guru is Brahma, Brahma is creator, Guru is Vishnu, Vishnu is maintainer, Guru is Shiva, Shiva is destroyer. And this is a Vedic injunction by Lord Shiva himself. What does the Guru create in you? What does a Guru maintain in you? Same knowledge. And what does the Guru destroy in you? Ignorance. So there is no difference with the Guru principle and the Shiva principle. There is no difference between the Guru principle and the Shiva principle. Go download the Guru Gita tonight on your way home. download the Guru Gita and hear from Lord Shiva who the Guru really is. But I'll tell you one verse where Lord Shiva says that if Lord Shiva gets angry, the Guru can pacify him. If Lord Shiva gets angry, the Guru can pacify him. But if the Guru gets angry, there's no one to pacify him. This is a verdict, injunction. It's spoken by Lord Shiva himself. And for humans, if you want to be a devotee of Lord Shiva, then it cannot happen without the Guru principle. It cannot happen without the Guru principle. It is Lord Shiva who brings you from wherever you are in this universe and he places you on the lap of the Guru. It is Lord Shiva who brings you from wherever you are in this universe and he places you in the lap of the Guru. All of you understand? So this should be the significance of Lord Shiva, of Lord Shiva's worship and Maha Shivaratri. Maha Shivaratri. So what happens in the absence of you? I used to have this, my satsang will be 10 years in October this year. For 8 years, I had it for 1 hour. 8 years I had it for 1.5 hour. It was a normal satsang. Those of you who are with me for a while now, how long my satsang was? 1.5, 2 hours. Am I contradicting myself that if you remain in an upright position, if your spine is in a vertical position, then the chakras, the energy will be released from the bottom chakra and move upwards? And what does this energy do in the crown chakra? What is the reason for the chakras to open? These energies, when released, give you peace. These energies, when released, give you peace. You become peaceful. You look at everyone as being part of you. It is a soul realizing energy. It makes you peaceful. It's there inherent in every one of you. So I'm asking, why did I not make you wait for 12 hours? And why did I do it in 1 hour? And today, why did I take 6 hours? Because your Guru, in 1 second, 1 millisecond, can open your chakras like that. You don't have to sit in a 12-hour satsang for your chakras to open. Look at Mama, 1 satsang. He came away right. All his energies that was blocked all over, I opened him up in 1 satsang. Mama, are you living proof of what I'm saying? Yeah? You became divine in how many satsangs? This is why I'm saying 5th of May, no rotten meat anymore. Anyone who eats meat eats rotten meat. There's no fresh meat. Meat is never fresh. From the minute the soul leaves the body, the meat starts to decompose. Go try it. Go kill 1 chicken. Leave it out. Don't put it in a fridge and smell. Keep it in your bedroom. See if you can sleep in that room. Can you sleep? Anyone can sleep with a dead chicken in the room? Why? It's rotting. So we all eat rotting meat. Then when you eat the rotten meat and it goes inside your system, what happens to the system? Okay, just this is out of topic. This is out of topic, Mama. It's especially for Mama, because Mama escaped last year, 5th May, to stop eating meat. So I'm just reminding him. The world is a witness, Mama, this year. Alright? Okay, you're allowed to leave. And anyone that's at this satsang who do not feel comfortable doing arti for the Guru, Guru got no problem. You do not have to do arti for the Guru. You can do straight there, go to Lord Shiva and do arti, because you're a visitor and you do not understand the significance of what I said. You understand? But those of you that are our devotees, then you start the Guru arti and then go to the Shiva side. Jai Sriman Narayan.